Good morning. Coffee with Pegasus. Been a day or two since I've done a video. Unfortunately, my wonderful daughter brings home everything from daycare. So, yeah, guess what? We were down with a galloping crud. Well, at least I can talk now coherently enough. So, my video for the day is on a topic that's old as man, that's older than the human race, and that has been around as long as we have, and longer, I'm sure. Topic today is love. Yep, that four-letter word, L-O-V-E. Welcome to love. Well, if you research the web, you can find all kinds of scientific studies done on the word. You can find the multiple different languages that use a word that's called love. Well, why am I doing a video, being a shaman and a spiritual minister and a shamanic teacher, on love? Well, because it's very important. It's very important to me, to those around me, to those that I call family. So let's take a look at what love is not. Now, that seems maybe like a stupid way to start it, but I like to start things out on the negative and end on a positive note. So let's talk about what love is not. Love is not sex. Sex is not love. Sex is not even a part of love. Though if you have love when you're having sex, it does make sex better. Also, infatuation is not love. And when you get these people that are, they'll say, for the love of money. There is no love of money. Money is an infatuation. Money is an addiction. Money is something that people convince themselves they cannot live without. The dollar bill is not love. It has nothing to do with it. Love is something from someone that can return that action or actions or feeling. And money and things cannot do that. Love does not make a house. Love is not found in a church, any kind of religious organization. That's not where you find love. You find love in the heart. Love is not buyable. You cannot purchase someone else's love. You can purchase the actions of love. You can purchase the actions of someone that will say that they love you, but that's not love. Love is not for the love of God. Love is not, you're not going to find the love of God in a church or in any, like I said, any form of religious organization. You're not going to find love of God and Goddess in a circle. You're not going to find it in a group of people. Love is found in the self, and love is found in family. Now, that being said, family is not always blood. Family is someone who is close enough to you that you consider to be a member of your family. So what is love? It's a feeling. It's an emotion. It encompasses all 5 of the human elements. If you don't remember what the human elements are, go back and watch my video on human elements. But love encompasses all 5 of the human elements and everything you are. I was always told that love is work. To love somebody is work. I disagree. Love should come easy. Love should be something that comes to you and comes over you without control, without the ability to stop it, and without the ability to even really actually say no to it. Love right now is attempting to be controlled by the government, not just the American government, but by the governments worldwide. They are trying to tell people who and what they can and cannot love. They can't do that. Love is uncontrollable. You can squash it, you can tuck it, you can bury it, you can pretend it doesn't exist. But the longer you pretend love does not exist, the more angry and belligerent and nasty a person you become. A male that is in love with another male can no longer or no more control that than a female that may be in love with another female. Love has no color. Love is not discriminatory. For thousands of years, Catholics were not allowed to marry Baptists. Baptists were not allowed to marry pagan. Well, if the preacher knew that there were quite a few Baptists out there marrying pagans, they'd probably freak and holler, "Hail Mary, Mother of God," whatever. Get over it. You cannot control love. You think you can, but you can't. So where does that take us from here? We know what love is not. How do we know what love is? Well, a house is not a home until it is loved. Love encompasses taking care of it, filling it with positive energy. Love is a child that looks at you with unwavering eyes and says, "Can you brush my hair?" Love is that child that comes up to you when they know you don't feel good, or just simply for no reason at all, and gives you a hug and a smile. That's love. Love is when someone questions not the validity of your truth, but the idea that you are who you are. They accept that wholly, fully, and completely without question. Love is action. So many people today put love as a word, as a power word, something to attempt to try to control others. And that really has nothing to do with love. That simply has to do with control. How do you know when you have love? Well, it's not like the flu. It's not a cold, something you can get rid of. So it's not anything you can catch. Love is inside you. It is a part of you. It is a part of your being. Like I said, it's not anything that you can control any more than you control the fact that you have to have oxygen to survive. So, how do we know love? It's a entire, complete body, mind, soul affliction, if you will. No, just kidding. Like I said, it takes a hold of all of the human elements. It cannot be fought. The way you know love is by the congruency of people's actions. Like someone who's falsely accused of something. Their family and their closest friends doubt not even for one split second as to whether or not the person did what they were accused of doing. That's love. Because there is no question. Love is easy. Relationships can be tough. But love is very simple. It's very natural. Do not confuse the two. Do not confuse the fact that we all need love, and without it, we're very angry people. You will not find love. Love finds you. It's some of the most oddest of places. The internet is a good place to meet friends. Do not try to find love over the internet. Meet friends, get together, go out, party, have a good time. If love develops, rock and roll, all the better. But I have found some of my most wonderful friends over the internet. One of which is a family in the homelands that have shown their unbiased love to me more times than I can ever imagine. I wouldn't be where I am today if not for them. There's no label or tag you can put on that kind of friendship. There's no label or tag that you can put on that kind of love. No more is there a label or a tag that you can put on the kind of love that a buddy of mine has shown for me when I've been in dire straits, and he calls me and says, "Hey, I've got a couple of extra bucks, let me send it to you." Love is not controllable. So that being said, why don't more people embrace this thing called love? Well, because they're trained not to. Politicians, governments, and churches for thousands of years have attempted to tell you who you can and cannot love, how you can and cannot love, and whether or not your love is a sin. Well, I'm sorry. No, I'm not. I'm pagan. I don't believe in sin. I do believe in honor. And that's a whole nother video that'll piss a lot of people off. I like pissing people off sometimes. Fun to watch. Do not confuse love with lust. Do not confuse love with want, need, control, aberration. Do not confuse love with the wide mass of emotions that human beings have and deal with every moment of every day. You will know love when it jumps up and bites you in the ass. You won't be able to question it, you won't be able to understand it, and you really won't even be able to put a label on it. You'll wake up one morning and it slaps you square in the face and you're like, holy shit, what do I do now? What you do now is you embrace it. For the young people coming up that are falling in love for the first time, enjoy it. Don't think it's going to be a lifetime experience. Don't think it's going to be anything but today. Love can last a lifetime. Love can also come and go. You can fall away from love just as easily as you can fall into love. So do not think and do not fool yourself to believe love is a lifetime. As long as you maintain the relationship, you maintain communication, and you stay away from abusive terms and actions and reactions that can kill that love of the other person. Try not to live every day of your love with your mate in anger or in demand or attempting to change the person. In closing, something to remember. If someone was a fireman when you married him, you knew that. Don't try to stop them from being a fireman because you love them. That's not love. That's control. If someone was a police officer when you met them and you fell in love with them because they were a police officer and because that made them who they are, you're not going to change the fact that they are a police officer. When you love someone, you love them for who and what they are, either all-encompassing or not at all. So as you go forth and you look as you say, for the person to love. You're not going to find anything until you open yourself up for love, until you allow yourself to be loved and allow yourself to love yourself and others. You're never going to find it because you're walking with your eyes wide shut. It's kind of like life, isn't it? You're never going to live life. You're never going to love life. You're never going to even realize life exists as long as your eyes are closed, your blinders are shut, and you're walking around with a closed-minded crowd. So with that, I do bid you a wonderful day. Do put your comments in the areas below. And always remember, it's okay to say, I love you. Have a great day.